All right, Ireti, I know Bruce Springsteen sang this song. He wasn't the only one that did it. Lean on me.
Yes.
When you're not there, if you don't tell me about your problem, what you're going through, I won't know. So I can help you. I am thinking at the level we have got to in trying to rescue these girls after the attack, the army said they are avoiding collateral damage. That was what they told us, you know. The way things have been now, or are now, are we still sure we know their whereabouts?
Well, that's a question to the Nigerian government.
Yeah, really.
It is. And it's a question that I'm sure the BBOG women have asked, and I'm sure Buki will be able to tell us if we ask her. And it's a very pertinent question. Do we know where they're? How far did we follow the trail, and at which point did we stop? Or at which point did the trail die? We don't know that. You know, we had so many...
Because if you don't know where they are, how are you going to get there?
Exactly. But also, the other thing I want to say is, with outside of us, all the international communities that came up back then when the fever was really high, and said, look, we've got to find our girls, we've got to find our girls. I'd like to make a plea to them that they need to continue to put pressure on the Nigerian government.
I'm going to get back to you there, because that's the next question I'm going to ask you. We're still discussing with Ireti Bakare, social commentator, on Chibok girls clocking 600 years, a very sad incident, really, in the polity of Nigeria. A community leader of Chibok, Lawan Ahmadu, joins us on the phone. Oh, interesting, from the community. Glad to have you, Lawan.
Okay.
What's paint for us give us a graphic description of what the town is like today, 600 days after these girls were taken from the community and from their parents.
You say I should give you the description of the town?
Yeah, what's happening among the people? How has it been? How are they feeling? We'll get to talk about their parents. Yeah, go on.
Well, actually, you pertaining to the town. Chibok is a village settlement, a local government headquarters. And it has one government girls secondary school. And what has actually happened is one of these insurgents, they happen to just enter Chibok and then go into the school, and actually they carried away from girls by night to the bush. And later some escaped, but right from that day we don't know about the whereabouts of the girls up to this stage.
Okay, let me ask you, Lawan, the ones that were rescued, have you been in contact with them? What's their state now? What are they doing?
Okay, those that have been rescued?
Yes, yes.
I think they escaped. It's not a sort of...
Oh, sorry. Those that escaped, sorry for the language.
On the process of going, they escaped from the...
Yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Some dropped from their vehicles. Some, after staying some days or weeks with them, some managed to escape.
Yeah, so I'm asking, what is their present state now? What are they doing? Have you been in contact with...
The present state of these girls are, some went to the parents, some maybe NGOs volunteered to help, and I understand few of them are even outside Nigeria now for training. That some non-governmental organizations, they say they are going to help them. This is the condition of those that escaped.
Okay, before I let you go, are you satisfied with what the government have done so far in rescuing the remaining girls?
No, actually, to tell the truth, I'm not satisfied, because I have seen that the effort being put to rescue these girls actually is not worth the present situation we are facing. The situation is more serious. Look at number of girls, 200 plus. The government is saying they are trying to see that they rescue the girls, but I have actually not seen anything very serious or important on ground that may lead to the rescue of these girls.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Lawan Ahmadu, that's a leader from Chibok on phone there with us, who are talking about international community. At the level we have got in trying to rescue these girls, still without success, Ireti, couldn't the government have tried something else, maybe involving external bodies fully to help us?
Well, remember they did, I mean, they sort of did a half-baked effort. They let them in and didn't let them in, went to them for help and then didn't really accept the help. And of course, back then there was talk of using satellites. They were tracking them, heat trackers, and they were tracking them. But nothing happened. And that's why my plea to international community is that, look, we need them to continue to put pressure on the Nigerian government to ensure those girls are found. Pressure, and the pressure must be relentless. Michelle Obama has carried it up. She hasn't spoken about it since. I would like her, every time we are marking 100 days, 50 days, send an email to the president, because you have access to his email. Send him an email and say, look, we're still watching, we're still hoping, we're still waiting. How far? Where can we help? And it's not about, I'm not really for all this celebrity carrying the placards. More people who have real access to real power. Those are the sort of people that we need. So they mustn't think that because they've done that, they've taken the pictures, it's over, and everybody has tweeted it. I think it would have been interesting to have known from the community, from the leader of the community, if the rest of the girls that are there, if they are in school.
Yeah,
if they'd gone back to education, or what exactly they're doing.
He said some of them have gone back to their parents, and I think he said something like some of them have gone back to school. I think he mentioned that.
Yeah, so that would be very good to know. I think if there's renewed hope, I'd like to know how the community, Chibok as a community, is now. We know they haven't found those girls, but do they have the confidence that this is not going to happen to them again? I doubt it, because just the other day, some girls have gone missing, and they're setting up a committee to find them rather than sending people out to find them. They're setting up a committee to come back in 3 days, and actually we don't even have confirmation from the Nigerian army as to whether these girls have gone.
All right, Ireti, you hold it there. I have Buki back. Buki, this question is to you. Well, maybe I should have even given this. But all right, let me still give it to you. Social media participation seems to have waned drastically. I think you mentioned that 6 million tweets have been recorded since 23rd April 2014 when it began. Now, it's just about 6 million. Now, it's just about 600 tweets daily. The question I'm asking is, why? You think people have lost hope of ever seeing this girl, Spooky?
Permit me, before I respond to that, to quickly say that the number of escaped girls who are currently schooling in the U.S. are actually 11. They are not 3. These girls are people who were supported by international NGOs. And one of my pains as a Nigerian is the fact that these girls are now being used as fundraising pawns. That's the best way I can put it. I was in Washington in April, and I met, I think, 10 of them at that time. The last one, which made the 11th, had not gotten to the U.S. at the time. And we were at Hudson Institute when some of those supporting them brought them and were complaining about how it is difficult for them to now raise further funds. This puts to question, which was why I said the 57 are not being properly taken care of. 11 Nigerian children have been taken abroad. Are we saying that this is the best we can do? Can't the government, for instance, pick these 57 and use them as a typology of what the government can do in responding to an unfortunate situation that has happened to Nigerians? I would have expected, for instance, that these 57 girls are taken somewhere secluded. They go through psychosocial support and help, which I know the government was able to do to an extent. But most importantly, ensuring that what they dared to seek, which is education,
Yeah.
still continues, but this taken care of by the government. Not that the other time I was reading in the news how an American billionaire has taken up the responsibility of taking care of the girls who are Nigerians who have been taken to Nigeria. That for me doesn't sound well for me as a Nigerian. So I thought I should mention that. In terms of the win in the social media engagement as it relates to the Bring Back Our Girls hashtag, let's understand one thing, that there is only an extent to which an hashtag can go in provoking the kind of change or result that is expected. When we started this advocacy, we developed a strategic plan. In the strategic plan, we phased out our advocacy. The first phase of the advocacy was creating awareness and ensuring that people understand the context and the aim and objective of that advocacy. We spent so much time doing that, and which was when a lot of celebrities were coming up to pick placard and they were taking pictures with it. Unfortunately, it seemed to me as though it was the coolest thing to do at the time. Hashtag and carrying placards is not just a momentary thing, or it is not just to be used when the going is good. It is even when the going is not good.
That you should use it.
So I can understand how when expectation has been stretched for so long, people just begin to find excuse. For instance, I tweet on a daily basis. I hold up a photo campaign on a daily basis, and I know the kind of comments that I get. As at yesterday, somebody sent me a note to say, oh, Buki, is it that they have not paid you, or you have not collected your own appointment?
That wasn't fair at all,
Just
Buki.
move on. Stop reminding us of this pain.
That wasn't fair at all, Buki. But before I leave you,
even Nigerians.
Before I let you go, that wasn't fair. I must say that wasn't fair. But you don't let those kind of things. Definitely, you wouldn't let it get you to stop what you're doing. Just briefly, before I let you go, what have you planned? What have you in the works come tomorrow? Just briefly. I mean, BBOG.
Briefly, let me quickly say that another set of girls were abducted. We are disappointed that it is the same strategy with which the Chibok girls were abducted that these girls were abducted. The same setting up of committee to go and do fact-finding. We are disregarding local intel. People from the locality in Biu have come out to say girls have been abducted. So when we look at this, and we also look at the fact that we are still within the 16 days of activism on violence against women, it falls within the 600 days of the abduction of the girls. Today, so if we look at all of that, we are now saying that this is a good window for us to re-engage those we have placed in authority. So in a nutshell, what we are doing is a re-engagement. The specific engagement strategy would be communicated later today at our sit-out in Abuja.
All right, thank you very much, Buki. We appreciate you spending your time to talk about what you have a passion for. You should naturally have a passion for your mother. Thank you once again, Buki. Ireti, before I let you go we don't have all the time in the world, what's your last word on this issue?
We must find the girls. The government have a responsibility to find our girls. President Buhari said he would do whatever it takes to find them. He mustn't forget that promise now that he's been voted in. He must continue to remind his military, because he is the commander-in-chief after all. He must continue to remind them that priority.
And Nigerians will hold you responsible.
We will continue to
hold you up to this that
absolutely,
you said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But if we don't, it will be a stain on us as a nation forever. And the stench will go beyond generations. Ask the Germans. They still haven't gotten over Hitler. They are still apologizing.
Yeah,
okay? Because many looked away when he was doing his atrocities. This is what would happen to us if we don't find those girls. That's the real war. That's the real win. Find the girls and you will see things change.
Well, there you have it. The president, Ireti, is giving you an agenda, sort of. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Ireti is a social commentator. Ireti, Mrs. Ireti Bakare, thank you for being here once again and spending your time with us on TVC Breakfast.